Now, any questions? Now's the time to ask a question. Now's the time to ask a question. To ask a question, ask a question now, please.
I have a question about choice. When we extend ourselves out to experience existences in whatever fashion, and we have choice as our primary ability, what kind of sustains choice? Like, what is beyond? Like, from your perspective, you guys are everything. Or what, what is? How does choice relate to where you are?
It is who we are. We are choice.
Is it different from how we are choice?
Only different in the sense that our awareness, our awareness, if you want to call it that, the enlightenment of that which we are, is choice. You see? Your awareness is a limited perspective of choice. That's all.
Is there something that sustains choice, like beyond choice?
Choice.
That's it.
Choice. Well, you could try to define it for your mind and say, well, desire comes before choice. But really, ultimately, it comes down to choice, doesn't it? In this moment, is there anything else but choice?
No.
As we speak to you, we assure you, every syllable that is spoken, as it is spoken, is a choice made in that moment. It is not thought, it is not preconceived, it's not predefined, it's not prejudged, and it certainly isn't reflected upon after the fact. It is just there. You see? And somehow or other, all these sounds come together to form a concept that comes together that seems to impact you. Wouldn't you say that's brilliant?
Yeah.
And you're doing this on other planets, to other...
We're doing this simultaneously with virtually all the universe. Each part different from yours. Yours is unique to yourselves. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Way. Yeah.
You're smarter than us.
Only from your perspectives.
And as we explore choice and move beyond our limits now, does it simultaneously affect all of our past, present, and future lives?
Of course it does.
Existing all at once?
But here, we're going to throw a real bomb into you. Boom! Here's the bomb. Past, present, and future lives is nothing more than your judgment.
Because they're all going on simultaneously, right?
That's another judgment. What if we said to you there was no past, present, or future lives? They don't exist.
Huh.
There's just a whole lot of shit going on.
That seems to
at
make more
once.
sense.
Yes. A whole lot of shit going on. A whole lot of shit going on.
It's a country song.
YouTube it.
Really? Do you really, for one moment, believe that your past exists? It's an illusion. It's an illusion created by your minds. Your minds have taken everything that you've chosen and created an illusion of past with it. Created the illusion of memory. Because without memory, it can't justify itself now. That's how it justifies itself. But in actual fact, dear friends, you are just a moment. All of you. You are just a moment.
So how does time travel exist if the past and it's...
Again, the only way it'll exist is through judgment.
Wow.
Why do you think we speak to you of time travel, of telepathic abilities, telekinesis? It's because you are so caught up with judgment, you love it. You say to us, give us more, give us more, give us more. Tell us how to teleport. Tell us how to telepathically communicate. Tell us how to do this. Tell us how to do that. So we tell you. You want it? You got it. Who are we to say to you that your choices are not valid? However, having said that, realize that when we speak to you, because you are so caught up with judgment, we speak to you based on your judgments.
Wow.
And as you move past them, then we speak to you more. You see?
Yes.
It's fascinating. So you could only time travel if you chose to believe that time travel was real.
Well, or if you chose to believe that time is real.
Wow.
Think about it. Isn't time nothing more than just judgment?
Mhm.
Isn't time past, present, and future? And isn't that just judgment?
Mhm.
All there is right now is this moment. That's all. From your perspective, because you judge this moment on the basis of whatever, on the basis of judgment, you create this moment as a moment, a past, a memory, and you anticipate the next moment as a moment of future. You see?
Or it's like if you observe, say, something like the pyramids, like you see the pyramids physically, and then you think, well, because of what happened there, it affects what happened now. So it almost like creates the idea of...
Well, even the concept of physicality. Take a look at the concept of physicality. You look at a pyramid and you see a physicality. Isn't that physicality nothing more than a judgment in this moment?
Yeah.
Does it really exist? Is it real? Of course not. It's a physicality that is created through a judgment in this moment. And that you can remember, you have a memory of the physicality, that you see a deterioration of the pyramids, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, and you anticipate a future of the pyramids. All of that is just nothing more than a judgment upon a judgment upon a judgment. You see?
So if you were able to just, at this point, say, strip away all your judgments, then what you would have judged to be your life, say in another country, that just doesn't exist now, or?
It's just a memory. It's just a judgment of the past. You would not really know yourself as an existence, as a life, as a personality, as an ego. There wouldn't be any of that. You wouldn't have an ego personality. You wouldn't have a mind. You wouldn't have any of that. There wouldn't be a question of parents and grandparents and children and grandchildren. You see?
Yeah.
It would just be this moment. And really, in this moment, all there is choice. There is nothing else in this moment.
So teleportation, same thing, layers and layers of judgment.
Of course. Time, space, etc.
So is existence just a judgment as well?
As you know it, yes.
Okay. So if we don't
As we
exist,
speak to you about it, absolutely.
if we don't exist in the past, we don't exist in the future, we don't exist now. How can we get out of life and participate in existence if that is just not another judgment?
It is a judgment. But again, isn't that part of where you're moving towards, is letting go of the attachment to your past, to your future, in order to live as much as possible in this moment?
Yes.
And in living in this moment, then you experience existence as it is. Existence is this moment. Existence is choice.
So if we're observing without judgment, then we're observing a judgment without judging it.
Yes.
And the more that you can observe choice, the more you move into the moment.
Agreed?
So are the defining statements, so presently the defining statements, we observe them or utilise them via our judgment filter.
Yes.
So they would be different once we drop the judgment.
Agreed.
And all they do is describe the moment.
Basically. We told you we'd have something special for you in this session, didn't we?
That was a big bomb.
Is this blowing your minds?